Hey, what is up guys? DRC3 here, back with another Black Clover mobile video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to farm out these black crystals here so you can do a couple of extra summons and so you can get the SSR you are looking for in the game. Now this game is massive for a mobile game on release, like it's actually ridiculous, and there are so many ways to farm black crystals, so hopefully this guy will be useful to you, and if you find it useful, please make sure you go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. So let's get into this. The very first way to farm black crystals is the story mode. In the story mode, each time you complete a chapter you get 300 black crystals, which is a decent amount, and then each time you complete an episode you also get anywhere between like 20 and 80 crystals. As you can see right here for this episode, it is 80 crystals, which is another decent amount of crystals. And then each time you use a story ticket, which is annoying that I don't really like the story tickets personally. That's my one gripe about the game, is that it like limits how far you can get through the story. But each time you use these, you get 40 crystals as well. So that's a lot of crystals you're getting just from doing the story alone. But then in addition to doing the story, there are these things on the world maps. So when you go into the world map, there are these things called patrols, and patrols are really nice because they can give you a bunch of these crystals. So I'll show you guys where one patrol is right now. You can see it right here as we walk up to it. This is a patrol, and you can see that by the time you have completed the patrol down here, you will have gotten 500 of these crystals and a free multi-summon, which is really nice. But in order to do that, you need to try to 3-star each of these. So there's a normal difficulty, a hard difficulty, and a nightmare difficulty, and you will need to complete all of these. So it's going to take you a little bit to get there, but eventually you're going to be able to go back through, and there's more than one patrol stage per world, but you'll be able to go back through and do all the patrol stages and get these extra black crystals to do extra summons, and you know, a free multi as well by the time you've completed it. So honestly, patrols are really good and really cool, so start doing those if you haven't already started doing them. You can get a few rewards right now. Besides the patrols, there is also the achievements and the missions. So if we go over here and we go to the achievement and mission tab, you can get a couple of black crystals from the achievement and missions tab, and there's obviously different tabs with different things that you can earn. And in addition to the black crystals, like you can earn food items and stuff, there's black crystals right there. You can earn equipment and many other things, so make sure you're checking this tab constantly if you haven't been checking this tab already. But that's another way you can earn black crystals. Besides that, you can also earn black crystals through daily missions. So right next to the achievements tab, which is this one, you can click the daily missions tab, and here are your daily missions. As you complete daily missions, you'll earn black crystals, which are really nice. And then you have weekly missions where you can earn some black crystals in here, and then you also have a monthly missions where you can earn black crystals here as well. So a bunch of stuff giving you black crystals so far, but we're only about halfway through, right? There is a lot more than this, and it's actually crazy to say that. So besides that, the next thing we need to talk about is the bond system. This is probably the biggest and one of the best ways to get black crystals. So if you go into your character select screen, or character screen, whatever you want to call this screen, right, and you go to the bond menu, you will be able to see that as you scroll down in the bond list, that there are black crystals available. There's actually 20 black crystals available on bond level 2, which I already have for this character, but as you continue downwards, you get all these black crystals as well, for a total of 410 black crystals per character that you do. So there's a bunch of characters in this game. Obviously, I have very few of them so far, and so for each character that you're doing their bonds, you're getting free black crystals, which is really nice and really cool. And that's 410 per character, so keep that in mind. That is a lot of crystals per character, so you want to be working on your bonds with your characters and leveling them up. So how do you get your bonds up? Well, you get your bonds up just by using the characters in battle, or there is another way. You can go into the battle with using food, and if you're using a certain meal like this one right here, it'll increase your bond rate experience and give you an extra bond rates faster, which is really nice. So make sure you're doing that whenever you get the chance, and using those meals when you get a chance. Don't forget to eat your food before you go into battle. The next way to get black crystals, and this is one I actually don't have unlocked yet, is arena down here, and unfortunately I don't have arena because I am, as you can see, story locked right now, and I'm not able to continue in the story, and you have to get, I believe it's through chapter 3 or up to chapter 3 is what I've heard. So you have to get up to around there to be able to get into arena. But basically arena can give you a lot of good awards, and at the highest ranks you can earn up to 2,000 black crystals, but that of course is at the highest rank. So a bunch of crystals to be had in arena, so keep that in mind. And then besides arena, there's still more. Yep, there's just so many ways to earn black crystals. It's actually insane. You have the Mage's Path right here. And there's different levels to the Mage's Path that you'll unlock as you go right over here. But you can see 80 crystals here, 80 crystals here. Keep going down the line. We get some tickets. Tickets are always good. 80 crystals, you know. Keep going down the line. Another ticket. 80 more crystals. Like, the Mage's Path is really good, right? And then you get 5 more tickets at the end. So tickets are equally as good as the crystals. So the Mage's Path is really, really good for getting black crystals. And then of course you have the extra stages of it as well. So that's another way to farm black crystals. Besides the Mage's Path, we also have the bonus coin up here, or the bonus menu, and we have all these different events going on where you're able to earn these bonus things. So here's an example right here. If you go into this, you have these different tabs here with different rewards that you can see. As you can see, I have a reward to claim right here, but as you claim your rewards and level up, basically like a battle pass style thing right here, eventually you'll be able to get 300 and then 2,000 at the end of this. So that's 2,000 is a lot, so make sure you're working on these missions. There are translations all over Twitter, not necessarily on my Twitter right now, but a bunch of, like, Black Clover News is a really good one to check out if you guys haven't checked that out. A bunch of translations, covers everything in the game pretty much. There's just so much on that Twitter page. It's ridiculous. It's where I've done a lot of my research, so go check that out if you haven't already, and you can learn a lot of stuff like that I'm talking about right here, which is just, there's just so much in the game, right? Besides that one particular bonus tab, there are also other bonus tabs, right? So if you go down here, there's this bonus tab where you can get these things. These aren't black crystals though. This one in particular gives you black crystals just for playing. I think it's like a timer for 2 hours and you'll get black crystals for just doing this. Play the game. It's so simple. Okay, so a bunch of black crystals for free, essentially, from doing stuff like that. In addition to that, you also have your daily login stuff. So your daily logins will give you black crystals, and you're able to see all the different things that you're able to get. You're able to get some tickets here. You get a free multi by the end of the week just for logging in for the first week from tickets. So make sure you're logging in. Black crystals here as well. So yeah, just a bunch of stuff from login. They're being very generous for the launch of the game. Who would have guessed, you know? But that's also very nice. So we take the W's where they come. In addition to this, I'm not going to show you guys because it's kind of a pain to go and find one right now and like really try to show you where it's at. But on the map, just like in Grand Cross, how you're able to break items, you're able to break items when you get into maps, and you'll find, well, not just breaking items, you're able to find chests as well in addition to breaking items. And when you find those chests, they can have anywhere between like 100 and 200 black crystals in them. So make sure you're opening any chests you find on the map because they could have black crystals in them. So that's another way to get black crystals, just kind of a random one thrown in there for you guys. And then besides that, oh my goodness, I feel like I've been talking forever. You have this seasonal stuff where you're able, the dungeons and stuff like that, to get black crystals. All of these game modes, story modes, various modes in the game, whatever you want to call them, have black crystals in some shape or form for like first time completion. So make sure you're doing these whenever you get the chance. A bunch of black crystals to be had there as well. There is also this mode right here where you have different like special game modes to go through. Beating this for the first time, you get first time rewards. There's not as many black crystals to be had from this one in particular, but this one is really important to note because it's like an unending abyss mode. It goes all the way up to level 70 right now, and you can see it has a normal and hard mode, but each one you complete, you get 20 black crystals. So this is going to be like a massive farm. You are going to need to level up your characters though, because it does obviously progressively get harder the further you go. You can see the battle power needed to get through these as as it goes up. So it does get quite a bit more difficult as you progress through these stages, but a good amount of black crystals to be had there as well. In addition to this, there is still yet a little bit more and that is through subquests. And you can see the little subquest right here, and subquests are able to give you a decent amount of black crystals as well by the time you completed the subquest line. So make sure you're completing subquests. It'll pop up in the story mode just as you're kind of playing through, and it'll give you the option to start the subquest, so it's not that complicated to get started. And then last but not least, this is the very last thing I have for you guys, or at least to my knowledge, and that is the battle pass. The battle pass is another good way to get black crystals. Obviously there are free to play black crystals. You can see 100, and then you get a couple here and there. Actually, it might just be a couple right here. You get 50, 150 by the time you're done with the free to play battle pass, but you're getting a lot more if you do happen to buy the premium battle pass. But being that this is JP or KR that you're probably playing on, I don't know if you're spending money. If you want to spend money, by all means, that's all you. Personally, I'm going to be transitioning to global after this, so I'm not going to spend any money on the JP version when I know I'm going to switch to a global version afterwards. Global should be releasing hopefully in like a month to 2 months, so I am not going to be buying the premium battle pass, of course, but that's just me. Anyways, guys, those are all the ways to farm black crystals. Hopefully that helped you out a little bit, and if it did, like I said, please go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me some comments about what else you guys would like to know for Black Clover Mobile. Thank you for watching. Peace.